Howard. Intercepted by the Dolphins. His guys take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
52 is the mic right here.
Alert, alert.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, it's Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
What time is it? Five down. Stand up in. Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Big dance. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, Charlie.
55's my guy, 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. All right, 55.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And it is incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, exit. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, one there. Hey, check.
Here's Rosen to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's 3rd and short. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. To throw is Rosen. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Now it's Rosen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Miami.
Check 52's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Now Rosen on first down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 36, Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. Corey Coleman, the 20. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Alert, alert, alert. 52. Hey, box truck. Danny.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, wahoo! No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52. On the ball.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. On third down, Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Rosen now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Go. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 31's the mic. It's just me and you.
Rosen to throw again. And Stills bringing it in. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
31's the mic.
Hey, zoom.
Tight down. There you go. 31's the mic. All day. 31.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hard. Bravo.
Watch QB drop.
Again, it's Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch. Watch the edge. He's checking. Crash. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Check. Lucky. Check 31. Kill. Check. Crunch.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So the potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rosen will throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie. 52's the mic.
That's what I do.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. I'm on. Check. Monday. Check. 52's the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Jim. Leo.
On 2nd and 15 now. Manning. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mike 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Shift. Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. Pretty move. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Middle.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 50, plant. His team showed up. Hey, echo.
52, Mike 52. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Cut.
Throwing again. Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Manning again. And Latimer's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cody Latimer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
27 yards on the gain there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Smooth. 52 right here. 52. Man, that's trash. That's trash. By 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive.
Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Kiko Alonso coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Manning. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Good job.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
You ain't got nothing.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. He's got a man complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
On first down, Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, Manning. And his throw here's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this.
And got his man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 37. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Manning. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready. And choose
Again, it's Manning. And it's caught. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off. Hey, watch it. Switch.
Go on. Ready.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Miami, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Wait! Switch! Check! Hey, box truck! Mike by four.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A gain of 14.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check pass. Hey, free play. 54 Mike. Hey, wahoo! 54. Hey.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Pass there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 50 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And an alley to run. A big run there, 29 yards to the first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Hey, 21. Hey, South. Hey, South. Check 52. Five.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready. Check my 45. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Wait. He's coming, double up.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Freeman again, a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 63 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready, Blue 80. Hey, express. Go.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it's Pierce, so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync. And they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up.
And a pass from Ryan, complete to Freeman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, South! 22! Hey, 5-7!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith trying to run for it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Strong right. Hey, 4 down. Wide, get wide.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big run there by Freeman. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. Devontae Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. On first down, Freeman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Right there. 54, right there.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Hey, 59, ready. Let's go. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
51, hey, Charlie. Check. Walk 54. Ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting him off. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Check.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Escaping the pressure right, and his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
51.
45.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Space.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Hey, keep it up. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. Here we go. 51, sound. All right, 25.
To throw again, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Gun.
45, Mike, 45.
Hey, let's get some penetration. Hey, sprint plans.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
baby. It's game, baby.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25.
Watch the run.
21.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. We own them. Got it. Hey, check. 6 guys.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Looking deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back.
First down and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Oh, here we go.
20. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. This is Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And a cut to the right, and touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the